Hey everybody, and welcome back to Trekyards. He is Commander Cockings,
He's going to Foley.
and today we're looking at a funky design ship, a scavenger ship from Strange New Worlds. Got a skull and everything, and big sharp teeth. Cause, what'd you think of this design?
Oh, you're asking me, well, you tell us what you think in the comments down below. But what's funny is the way they kind of frame it, it's like a Doomsday machine mixed with a Packlet ship.
Kinda, yeah.
It does it not necessarily design, but just structure. Because it's got a giant gravity weapon that like just eats, rips into a planet. As we see in this first shot, that planet be gone. So it's Zindi super weapon level of power. Cool. And we'll get into the twist at the end. We're going to design it's like Nero, like look at the Narada first, then the ship inside it, right? This first. And it's got all the same sort of tractor claws vibe as the Packard. So it's interesting the mix. While all looking like a Jatari thing from Avengers.
Yeah.
Because that's just a Jatari ship. Whale
And
thing.
it actually looks like a ship from He-Man as well. It's got like a face and a gray body and like claws at the front. It's got that similar vibe. There's something animated about it that I thought when I first saw it. Finally figured out what it was. So
Yeah, what do you think about it? Because I sort of said what it did, but not what I thought. What do you think?
it's a little bit garish. Like this would have had to be designed to have this face on the front. And considering where this ship started, which we'll get to at the end of this video, seems like an oddity. I mean, yeah, it's terrifying to see this mouth encasing your ship, but is their intention to spread fear? Probably. They are scavengers, kind of like pirates, skull and crossbones type deal. So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't, because it's a cool design, but they've said it's bigger than any ship, any magnitude of ship we've seen before at the
Well, more
beginning.
powerful, because the Gorn ship is taller.
Well, no, they said size. They said size.
Okay,
Kirk
well, the
says
Gorn ship's bigger,
yeah.
but
And they also
not
said
internal space.
that's why it's so low warp, because it would take
Mm-hmm.
a large warp bubble to actually
Mm-hmm.
encase this thing. So
Which I like, because the Gorn is filled with empty space. Like, it's filled with empty space, but
this
also...
was this one.
Well, indeed, but it's also not a full shape. This thing is just a giant... Like, it makes the density is different. It's whatever. Yeah, this is an odd one, because, of course, it's, human-made, and it feels incredibly like they retroactively designed it. And it's like, okay, because why would you add giant whale fin spikes to the back? I mean,
To
I
look
don't.
intimidating is the only thing I can get. But
I mean, yes, 100%. But the vibe I got from the episode was that this thing, very, very slowly, so you can easily track it because it ain't going fast. Even a Farragut class, which is not a fast, like they're not the top ship. So this thing is easy to track, which means this thing will need to kill everyone it sees. Because otherwise, then imagine if it attacked well, I mean, they've got some D7s, but imagine it attacks a Klingon colony and doesn't kill all witnesses, because that was a jamming field, right? If it doesn't kill all witnesses, then the KDF can easily catch up to it and attack it. And we saw how easy you just any torpedoes through the middle, and it's dead. So it's not exactly hard to kill in that regard. Like Doomsday machine, you can kill it. It's not invulnerable. So it must kill everybody and only leave like survivors in a way that are found later, but when it's long gone. I mean, you don't need many survivors to tell a story, but I don't get the sense it's like, oh, we'll kill everyone except that ship and let them go. Like, they massacre planets and kill everybody. You know what I mean? That's the vibe I got. So I don't know who they've been intimidating for. They just kill people and eat things and don't care.
yeah, well, they do say it's 200 years old. They do say that there's been stories about it from all these different. The humans on board would be like their grandkids of the original people.
Well, the grandparents would remember their grandparents who are the original people. Yeah, because how many 80-year-olds? Because the first group would be 30, get to 80, that's 50 years, and they have kids who get to 100, so it'd be 3. But no one survived the original batch, but that's okay, I guess.
When I first saw this thing, I was like, it almost makes it look like they're trying to impersonate like a Gormagander, There's some kind of natural beast because it's got the tentacles out the front, you know.
The fingers that extrude,
Yeah.
which is great.
But the skull detail is very heavy metal. It's very like every heavy metal band's t-shirt vibe.
Yeah, it's very style over substance, and it unlike the Packlet design, the clump ship, which is I think is just a genius piece of let's kit bash other pieces and actually form something that looks great in the sum of its parts. This looks like they iteratively like added plating and then suddenly I don't know, they had some fins and they built 4 of them and they added them on. Like I don't see the kit bash elements, which would imply the same episode, you know, they took technology and took it into their own. But that would potentially have implied, that clearly is a Vulcan Dakir ring that's been modified. Like I don't see elements from other ships, which means it's all scratch built, which means they had to rip apart things and put it together, and that would take, I mean, months and months at this sort of tech level, like, and scale. You know, and they're pre-work B, they're pre-whatever, you know.
You could make the assumption that the original ship found a derelict alien ship that was basically this. And there was either few on board that were dying, or it was totally abandoned, and they just salvage rights, like you can, and took it over. And their ship is in there, because we see their ship at the end. But,
yeah. Well, you made the point they're pre-warp, so they would take decades to get anywhere interesting.
Yeah.
So they'd have to find something super close to Earth. Like, they might have literally reached something interesting after we invent warp drive and now can catch up with them in like a day. Not a day,
they,
but, you know,
they might have pulled a void V'ger and gone through a wormhole and come out somewhere else.
Well, this is the edge of known space that we know. This is massively far out. This is where the 5 emission starts for the edge. So this is months of warp. I mean decades at their speed potentially, because I mean they take hours to get between 2 close systems. I mean this thing is like Voyager at warp 1. I mean this thing's going to take all the years. So yeah, the story is so interesting. Like, it doesn't tell you anything about how, but to do this, unless we just ignore time and space, which Scavengers does often do, they often ignore distances and time. This thing had to have some really interesting event, had to find some aliens because there's not anything close to the original ship, had to whatever. But that's super interesting, you know, potentially. Yeah. But let's look at some other shots. Here is 3, gives you a bigger sense. I will say the first front view does not equate to that side view, which definitely is not what I thought. And you can see the scale with the skull. I mean, this thing is going to be... I mean, remember, this Enterprise is like 400 meters, 450, so it's a third bigger than a Con. It's about the Excelsior size. So, I mean, this thing is I mean, it's probably got to be comparable to Borg Cube in terms of height. I mean, comparable, right? I mean, definitely in length, Borg Cube, because that's the 400 meter Connie, and it's like, what, like 100 Connies tall. This is definitely a Borg Cube comparable, I would say, based on that.
Yeah.
In a dimension.
And this was more of the image I was referring to with the heavy metal bands kind of vibe going on. But yeah, I mean, it's got like an alien with those big, like, almost look like tusks coming out of the front, almost has like a huge alien elephant type vibe, minus the trunk. Yeah, I think it might be alien technology that they might have stumbled upon, because it doesn't make sense that they would be able to build this around the original ship.
I mean, one of those teeth is the size and density of a Starfleet nacelle, of the best ship of the era. And this thing was launched pre-warp. I'm assuming they don't have star bases. I mean, even 7,000 people working around the clock. Imagine saying, right, we're ordering 87 nacelles and need it by Monday. And what's that going to do? Oh, it's just the front ornament. Are you joking? Right? And I mean, I did not realize how big it was from the front view because it kind of compresses it. That side view is absolutely staggering. And it is just stuff attached to stuff. You can kind of tell. It's just they added more and more things. But the density of scale is just absolutely... I mean, that only having 7,000 surprises me, because that could fill a lot more people. That is amazingly big.
Well, there is a big cavity in the middle of it
Yeah.
full of starships, so I have
Mm-hmm.
no problem with that, really.
But I'm saying easily could, because it's so
Yeah,
much of that is space. Because, again, the Enterprise is less the size of the front, so each of those pillar things coming out is going to be, multiple Enterprises in every dimension big. And if an Enterprise can fit, hundreds of people, you're looking at, wow.
yeah. Yeah, this side view is what I was referring to with the Gormagander thing. It
Yeah.
feels like a very, just a space-born entity, whale, whatever. But yeah.
And that would have been really an interesting thing if they'd said, Captain, I sent organic components. What is it? Oh, it's a Ralfleckian. Oh, I thought it went extinct. And then you see a render of it, and it's just a space whale. And clearly, they like Moya from Farscape, they put a control influence chip in its brain, grafted stuff onto it, and those things are actually its arms, and they've like Borgified it where the stumps exist, and they put 3 cannons that extrude fingers, like proper body horror. Because this thing is, right?
Or just the remains of one of those things, because it's very skeletal. They just found a way to mechanize it, yeah.
But the next shot, though, is the other side of the coin, where at the end the thing is kablooied in a very, very easy explosion, very Doomsday-like machine just goes up in a anti-air panel. The whole thing goes away. All 7,000 people that we see, at least the ones we see, are in spacesuits. Maybe they come back, maybe they won't. The thing blows up. They'll die, don't know. Ambiguity, but they certainly play it as if they're all dead. And Enterprise certainly could have tried to save any of them because they had spacesuits, so I guess several thousand starving to death if they're in spacesuits. Enterprise could have saved some. They chose not to.
There were a few that weren't in spacesuits that I noticed when I went back and looked, so.
But,
But
working in the cavity means spacesuits, etc.
Yeah, and as you can see, you got an American flag there, and Pelia says one of the last surviving countries, essentially, from World War III. They've gathered people from all over the Earth to do this. And you got the United Space Probe Agency Delta thing on the side there, inside of it. It's very XCV, exact same as the Enterprise ring ship.
And it's 100, so it's the Enterprise was 330. So it is. That's a lot. I don't think it's literally, they didn't make 330. I never thought that. I thought, they moved numbers, which is fine. But certainly early.
What is a large ship with the windows too, as you pointed out before.
Yeah, because if you just focus the episode as they showed it with just that zoom in, it's just generic ship. But if you, as you say, you pause as they're doing this with the camera, you can see the under deflector with the two, clearly the same bridge module, right? Clearly. Now you never see a ring as far as I could see, but clearly this is the ring ship cockpit front, indisputable, right? Here's the 2 ring ship variants, but QMX is a licensed and Top Secret model, so both are licensed representations, right? So there you go. There's the ring ship. Clearly a ring ship. Don't see a ring, so as you said, pre-ring ship, so there's no warp drive, so it would not have a ring because the ring is a warp ring. So it'd have to be something else. So it's a this happens to be the same, which I'm fine, the same fuselage design, whatever. But it means XCV does not stand for ring ship style. No, I never necessarily thought it did, but that, I guess, is just the fleet of the time. I don't know. What do you think when this came up? Because I was certainly expecting to see a ring ship, and then obviously realizing there's no warp is a problem. What do you think when you saw it?
Well, I noticed it the first time that it was a ring ship, at least fuselage. I didn't see a ring, like you said. But, yeah, I mean, comparing these side by side, I love the XCV little call out. Like, I did catch that the first time, but it went by so fast. So it's great to see this still. I need more explanation on this backstory of this crew. How many launched? Was it 7,000? Probably wouldn't be. They've all had kids, and their kids have had kids by this point. So I just want to know the story. I mean, we got a taste of it, but
because it very much feels like the Conestoga. Of course, they would have mentioned, first colony ship. Like going out and exploring because they need to get out. They frame this as Earth is not doing so well, and so we're gonna grab the best and sort of leave and GTFO. So that's a pretty unusual thing to do. Obviously, they gave up on Earth because they never came back. They obviously knew about Earth from all the archives, all the ships ever captured. There'd be information on them about the Federation involving Earth, so they'd known about us for probably 150 to 200 years, no doubt. Some of the D7 in the database would have it, so they chose not to come back. I guess they were happy to do their own thing. What's interesting though is that and we had a really great video on this. Go watch out the ring ship. There's either sort of medium or a big version, and you can see the Eagle Moss one. The deck size is very distinct. It's like 10 deck, whatever. Here, as you said, the windows are super small, and a lot of them. So this thing is a big ship. I mean, the big ship. It's a lot of. I mean, I can see already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 rings of windows, and that's just the middle of the middle. So if that's like a 35 deck front, then this, could be a very, very big ring. Or
yeah. You do see windows on the front as well, which could be construed as one deck. So 2, 3, you could. Wouldn't say there's 30 in there necessarily, but yeah.
Of space. Because you can see they're not like row windows. Like you're right, of 30 decks of and then whatever. So it's clearly they're going for a bigger version of this sort of design, which makes sense. If they were like, we have to get out, we're going to make our biggest one, we're going to send it out, whatever. I was a bit confused by how pristine it looks for being 200 years old and inside a ship and exploded. Like this thing is a very nice looking. Why is it not more degraded?
Yeah, I thought the same thing with the flag. It's very, and yeah, seeing the still is actually, you can see the delta and the registry as well. Like it's just, yeah,
oddly clean for being that old.
Yeah, and if you assume that they've been capturing ships, which I don't know how they would have done that with this ship initially, and then building upon it, you wouldn't see this hull. So I have a feeling that they might have found this ship or got sucked in and defeated the people and took the ship over. So
yeah, 100%. Yeah, but it was a very interesting thing to do, and I really wish they'd shown the ship leaving Earth or anything, But you're right, pre-ring ship, so but that would have been cool, right? Master replicas. They could have made a new version, Eagle Moss front of the ring ship, and then like a rockets, even sci-fi rockets. Cool. But then you got to explain how's it powered. I guess not showing it in any useful way. How is a sublight rocket like this useful? Like even if this had full impulse, like how long does full impulse in a Starfleet ship of modern day take to cross the solar system? It's quite a while, and between solar systems, quite a while.
Yeah, and Pele did point out it was before warp drive, so just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, before first contact, for warp drive. And never found, I guess, by anybody ever. I mean, we weren't really, wasn't that many, we assume races around Earth anyway, but to not get noticed, whatever. Dunno, Stuart. Dunno. What do you guys think? Because it's very intriguing, and and boy, what a contrast to go from the first couple of images with this giant space whale to like NASA. It doesn't quite ring true into, wow, the styles of art design are not even 1% close. Yeah.
Yeah. We want to hear your thoughts on this, guys. So comment down below. Did you notice this ring ship? Because when I first saw it, I knew it was a ring ship, but I know my ships. So a lot of people might not have caught it. But let us know in the comments section if you did, what you think now. And yeah, please let us know your thoughts. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell icon to all so you don't miss any conversations with us, which we do quite often. You can join us live and tell us what you think. So please do. And if you want to support our journey to give you all the information, all the Trek things that you might not see, then support us directly via the Patreon. It's monthly. Join the channel on YouTube, also monthly. One-time support donations via PayPal, trekyards@hotmail.com, or super thanksing on any video like this. Exactly, thank you. Or super chatting on any live, having direct conversations with us would be fantastic. Or just hit like right now. That also helps.
It's that easy. Yeah.
So guys, until next time, he's Commander Cockings.
He's got a Foley.
Bye guys.
Bye guys.